Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Chaos Rain here, and in today's video I'm here to show you a build update along with talk about a few key subjects and points, along with discuss the future of my channel as I am going to be expanding into other things. Just as well, I did say I'm going to be taking PoE more casual, and as I haven't had too much support to get tabs and it's been really hard for me to just get, even things sold, it's really all in all not worth it for me to just go too hard every single league. I am playing with a friend, keeping him company, getting upgrades when I can get them, so on and so forth, and that's fun and all, but honestly I'm at a plateauing point of my build where the next upgrades are going to all cost like insane amounts of grinding and currency, and although I am probably still going to do that, it's going to be at a much more casual and just enjoyable pace instead of just outright grinding my head off and being crazy and doing a 2-day 3-day headhunter kind of thing. So let's go ahead, and once this loads I'll go over the updates to the build, the improvements, and the complaints / weaknesses of its current setup, and then from there I can transition into whatever else I have to talk about. So as you can see, we are still taking 3 years to load this area. Alright, come on. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over our gear. First thing I will mention is we have finally rolled some flasks. We are running 2 phasing flasks, so we can always have phasing up a diamond flask and the rock cut. However, I'm probably going to remove this for an actual movement speed flask because I have onslaught now. This does give you a lot of movement speed, but it's just kind of, whatever. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over it. First thing is we have purchased a 6-link Arborix. Excuse me. This costs us 6 exalts. Second, we have actually finished our boots off. Currently we have movement speed onslaught on kill, and we divined the suffixes with the help of a friend of ours and got perfect roll on the suppression plus fire res. It's item level 83, so we can hit T1 fire res if we want to, but because the fractures are still, or one of the fractures is still tier 2, we felt that it's it's pretty good. We have gained Fizz's fire, or Fizz's chaos for a little bit extra damage, but we're probably going to reroll over that. And our searing is brittle ground. That way we have a base crit of plus 5% on any enemy hit standing on it. This does have fractured life on it, so we do have a lot of life with these boots. Our gloves, we still need to finish the prefixes. We currently have Freeze's spread, Fizz converter to fire, which does nothing for us, but I don't have any more of the currency, and people don't list enough of it on console for me to outright buy a bunch. We do have still the damage against chilled and the crit chance against strike against shocked enemies, which is insane, along with the dual res. Our quiver is still this one. We are going to make an upgrade eventually, but this is what we at. Then we have the winter weave still, and the call of the void. I still haven't put catalyst on any of my stuff. I also need to divine that to better rolls, because as it is, all the attribute rolls are about mid-tier, a little bit less than mid-tier or something like that. And we are still using a shabby helmet, which we haven't upgraded. We have the higher desire for flat cold plus suppression chance. And let's go ahead and go over our stats. So our stats, we are sitting at 67% damage reduction. If we actually drop hatred and run our banner, we go up to about, I think, 70%. So let's go ahead and do that. 73% physical damage reduction. We have 0 evasion because of our bricks converting. We have more than 75 all res, so we can actually drop this helmet pretty soon here and make a better helmet for us, either damage related or otherwise. And then we have trying to see, I think it's just 2.8k health. It's pretty low. That is something I do want to address. I'm probably gonna worry about getting a new belt pretty soon here. Currently, if I drop this belt, it has the strength to put on the rest of my gear, so if I get a belt, it has to be something I can, use. Other than that, we are doing pretty solid. We have 100% spell suppression, and our defenses are pretty insane considering I have all the reduction via this item, and my ascendancy, and of course we have the chill and the slowing effect via this to go with it. So it's not too bad. We're able to do roughly tier 11, tier 12 maps without any issues. I can put one in right now for you. Let me find one of my ones I haven't completed so I can actually get some progress. We'll just do this one. I think this one might be a little rippy, but we'll do it anyway. This is Wharf. Alright, cool. And let's go over our Sentinel tree so you guys can see exactly what we got going on. So in favor of as much loot as possible, we have decided to choose pathing down here for the increased empowerment, and the Sentinel rewards are be the less common types. We are still taking this one, which is the Pandemoniums can be deployed twice, increased empowered enemies, and then increased empowered enemies. We have the fire additional beam here as well, which is actually pretty useful, and cast speed. Now you can actually take this way and go for the chance to duplicate the enemies and add rewards. That's actually not a bad idea. Like if you want to do it this way, you just basically do this, unspec this, and it's the same pathing. I chose this because I figured the extra beam and all that other stuff with cast speed makes it a lot easier for me to run my stuff. Oh look, oh no, he didn't offer what I wanted. So let's go ahead and go straight into this map here, give you guys a heads up on, where we're at, our defenses, so on and so forth. I will say I am not insanely tanky, but I am pretty tanky considering anything I hit just deals upwards of like 45 to 50% less damage to me. And then currently I am using Steel Skin, but I believe Mortal Call is still the best bet currently. Though Steel Skin does help and it scales with your armor, I feel like it's just not doing much. However, I think, let me see, is my Steel Skin, so my Steel Skin is actually just out leveled. There we go. So now my Steel Skin will work. And currently my Steel Skin takes about 700 damage. And of course it gives me immunity to bleeding, which is insanely strong for what I'm trying to do. So let's go ahead and do this map real quick. For now, I'm just going to show you it without the Sentinel. As you see here, our damage is still pretty respectable. We're able to kill pretty much anything we want to. Let's go ahead and summon our Sentinel now. And now things are a little more tankier, harder to kill. The empowerment's another big thing. When they get empowered, they get a lot tankier, a lot more dangerous, so you got to be a little bit careful when you do this. Alright, perfect.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Oh, why are you hurting me so much? Am I poisoned? Oh, it's toxic guy, I see. I still don't have full chaos res, and that is something that this build is lacking. I will be working on that eventually, but as of now, I just don't have the gear, gear or the funds to make it. I think if I'm going to make it, I might be working on getting a really nice chaos resistance helmet fractured onto it, and trying combining it with like something else, maybe suppression. Because if I combine it with suppression, I can save 2 points or even 3 points on my tree, which would be insanely strong for what I'm trying to do. As you see here, this is not amazingly hard. I'm still able to do things. I will say the end of the boots, like to finish off the boots, I will be crafting Cannot Be Frozen, but I haven't encountered that craft yet. And it's also, I believe, 3 exalts, which I don't have because I spent all my exalts finishing my boots and buying this bow. So that's another big thing. I spent 6x on the boots because I was insanely unlucky. So, it is what it is. And as you see, things that are empowered take a little bit of extra time, but you can still kill them. They hurt, but you can still kill them. Otherwise, things are barely hitting us. And they're basically barely hitting us because we're freezing them, though. So just keep that in mind. You're not going to be able to just outright be like, oh, hey, I can do this and murder all these guys. Is not how it works. Alright, so every time we get hit, that is our reverse chill going into effect. I've explained this a couple of times. It is the combination of both of our rings that's doing this. Now we are doing enough damage to freeze a lot of the enemies we hit. So that is another big plus of ours. And just, just casually able to,
My mana is gone.
delete pretty much anything. Pretty fun. This is a tier 11 again, and not too much issues. I can do T16 solo, but duo, they have so much health, it's really hard to do. I especially can't do any T16s empowered right now. Alright, so this guy has some kind of thing on him. What is that? Oh, that's a spirit, ghost, whatever. Possessed. Luckily, I can chill him enough to where he shoots a little slower and I can just dodge all of his hits. Then eventually I will be able to out-trade him in damage. Now he does his little lightning bubble. Thankfully we have one chain. Since we have the one chain, we're able to just kill anyone next to him. Ah, you're getting speedy, huh? Oh, I can get speedy too, buddy. Go ahead and pick up this life leash here so we can get even more going. Yeah, see, this is a possessed one. I don't think it's supposed to take this much time. Let me see. It has endurance charges too, which I think is the problem. But I mean, it's fine. We'll kill it eventually. I think we have coal somewhere in our kit too. Pretty sure if it's like enemies who are marked or something like that are cold, or it could be enemies crit. Oh, it doesn't look like we have it. Either way. Boom, that is map boss completed. It did take us a while, but I believe it's just the spirit that I was possessed with that did that. Now as you see, we have 4 points to spend on our outlets, but I am trying to think about where I want to go. That'll take the minimum amount of points. So I'm saving up my points until that point. Alright, so now that you've seen the progress we've made, again, we haven't been going too hard. We play a little bit every day just to kind of, get it going, get as much as we can accomplished, so on and so forth. Nothing too crazy. This just where we're at currently. It's not like we can do a whole lot at this moment anyway. So we have a bunch of chaos. That was basically from a friend of ours who did help us get it. But other than that, we don't have a whole lot going for us. Let's see, let's go with this. Less accuracy is fine. Fizz is lightning and corrupted. Cool. So if you ever want to do your first completion without worrying about breaking the map, just do it like that. You transmute, regal, and then Valor. We're not chiseling or anything else, just because all we want to do here is run for progress. So now we're going to go ahead and actually put the Eater of Worlds on, because we can't do the Searing X Arch. We're doing Eater of Worlds. You can also do Maven, but it doesn't matter, whichever one you want to do. So now I'll transition into the second topic that I had in mind. So there has been a request for me to come back and play Standard, and I wanted to share my feelings on Standard and everything as such. So when I was playing leagues and all that other stuff, I had the toxic people to deal with every now and then, and people who were, who were jokers or whatever, and it wasn't really that big a deal in League, right? But when I came to Standard, there was just a lot of negativity that surrounded it. Like, I already have a reputation on this game, good or bad, it's up to you to decide. But I will say that I have been a part of most big groups of, local players, and been part of a lot of the bigger guilds, and a lot of the people who are, more outspoken or whatever, more active in leagues and stuff. And I just didn't want to be a part of the league environment for a while, so I went to the Standard environment. And it wasn't until I went to the standard environment till I realized that, you know, there's just so much that I'm losing out on by not playing leagues, for one. For two, um, there's just, you know, all the time I spent, it was thousands of hours, it was leagues upon leagues upon leagues of grinding. It was so much effort, so much time, everything like that to get what I had. It's not even just about the money, it's about the grinding, because I used to grind leagues every day. I would sit there for 12 hours a day or more, sitting there grinding my progress up, trying to grind more exalts, trying to grind more value, trying to just do more and more and more until I got to a point where I was completely set. And you know, I was really happy with standard. I didn't need anything. I was able to make anything I wanted. I was able to craft anything I wanted. And for me to start over in standard, it would take me an astronomical amount of help, one, or two, just overall luck. Like, I would have to be grinding every day in league for 12 hours a day for like the next 10 leagues or so to get to a point, maybe less, because I know a lot more than I did back then. But either way, it would take me an astronomical amount of grinding. So for me to play standard, it'd be a lot of things that have to come to fruition for that to happen. And I'm not trying to get anyone's hope up or trying to say, hey, I'll come back and play standard. What I will say is that I do miss the people of standard. There are some people that are cool, but if it wasn't for the people in standard, quote unquote, I would have my other account now. I would have, you know, everything that, you know, I was wanting, and I would definitely still have all the friends and the groups of people and everything like that that I played with, just to hang out with. And I'd still be more active, 2 videos a day, streaming multiple times and multiple times a week, every day a week, you know what I mean? It just, what it comes down to is that the motivation for me to play standard isn't there. I don't have anything, and because of my play style and what I like, for me to come back, it would cost an astronomical amount of time and effort to get me a build that can grind, and I'd still wouldn't have the tabs to put, you know, anything in, even if I went to standard. All I have is 3 tabs right now, and I did make a Patreon for said reason, and I haven't had anyone interested so far. Maybe this will change, but so far in subscribing to it. But I will keep, you know, asking if you have the extra. If you can give it, then great. You know where it's going. I'll be dead honest with you. It'll be going towards tabs, or if you choose you want to play another game with me, or even this game, but you just feel like supporting me that way, then, you know, great, amazing, dude. I love it. I'll definitely be glad, but I'm not gonna force anyone to do it, and I'm not gonna beg. That's just for me. It's an incentive to do it, because I've spent a lot of money on this game and even more time on this game, and that's going to transition into my next topic. So this is my next topic. First and foremost, as far as streaming this game goes, I actually don't mind. If you are wanting to see me stream this game, then, you know, come watch me. Share it with your friends. Hang out. You know, come talk to me. But there have been times where I streamed and I've announced the stream, and I had no one come in. And, well, aside from being discouraging, that's also a bit frustrating. You know, like, I do this. I come in and I stream PoE because, you know, some people ask me, hey, you should stream, you should do this, and then those same people don't show up. Other people sometimes show up, like my friends who watch me, you know, regularly would show up, but it's more or less a, how do I put it? Not really a hassle, but it's hard to explain. If there is interest, and you guys want to see me stream, and you guys will join me in my stream, then I'll tell you what, I'll come stream. I'll share my experience with you, share my grind, and everything like that. That's no problem for me. But if you don't have expressed interest, if you're not gonna, you know, join me, or at least be at least, you know, show more interest than just saying, hey, come stream to, you know, do this. Then I don't know what else to say, but I know this is, sorry if I feel like I'm, you know, talking to the one person in my comments. You're not the only person who has messaged me this. Some people have messaged me this on PSN before and said I should stream and, you know, see if I can't get more support that way. And I agree, but sometimes it just doesn't work out the way you want to do. And I'm probably gonna die. Hold on, let me drop a portal.
I'm not up to
Oh wait,
yet.
well, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter if I drop the portal. Can you die, please? Alright. Let's get Blood Rage on so I can get more lifesteal. How do you get shield? Is it the... I think he's getting it from the... Yeah, he's getting it from the thing. There we go. As you see, this is a T11 map. I'm killing them, but it's a little slow. Let me see if this is even worth it. Well, we have Fractured Jewel, Fractured Boots with Rarity. Jewel is T2. Nothing really great. Well, maybe we'll just leave, just say F it. I don't want to lose all my experience because I have been grinding a little bit. Alright. So, on another note, I do stream. I stream League of Legends, and occasionally I will stream whatever I am playing on PC. Along with, I have streamed my other games such as Nier Automata and stuff like that, and I do plan to continue streaming. But when it comes to streaming PoE, what I've noticed is that it's few and far between to have some people come and join my stream and stick around and talk to me. It's the same for League, but I mean, that's just where I'm at, you know what I mean? Like, on top of it, there are little nuances that, you know, if I stream on my console and I party bug, I have to completely close my stream to go back into, and then restart it to even, you know, have anything to say about it. Let me just kill this guy, please, thank you. Having to kill this boss 4 times in one map is a little annoying, not gonna lie. Now, one thing I will say is I haven't set up my single target yet, and the main reason is because I don't want to buy another set of the gems I'm using. Ow.
My mana is gone.
Oh, he killed me. Alright, well, I lost enough experience there. I won't worry about going back in. Could check the ritual altar, but it's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and ID these. Now, I know I've given you a bunch of excuses on why I don't want to do this and don't want to do that, so on and so forth, and I apologize. It's definitely not something I'm proud of, is to make a bunch of excuses on why I don't want to go back and play Standard. And the truth is, I do want to go back to play Standard. I just probably am not going back to play Standard as of now. I was in such a standpoint where I had enough debt out that I could build pretty much any build I wanted. Ooh, nice. Currency plus jewelry, it's not bad. But I really just don't want to do it right now. It's not something I'm looking forward to, you know, spending a whole bunch of time trying to grind out, you know, in a basically a no man's land of trading, getting stuff I can't get, trying to get scarabs, trying to get delirium orbs, trying to get, you know, delirious, just delirious maps, trying to do full map completion again in Standard after already, you know, doing a bunch of map completion in League. All of these things all weigh into why I am currently not playing Standard. along, like, the biggest thing is the lack of people. There's a decent sized community, but the amount of people actually playing standard is really small, as anyone who, you know, plays standard knows. um, when you have as much as I had, and you are able to build whatever build you want, and you are able to play whatever content you want, you have so much currency, so much items, so much everything laying around, it's a different story. But I don't. I have fully lost access to that, and I have had people message on my behalf to PlayStation to try and get me help, and PlayStation has just literally given me and all of them the cold shoulder. There are other, you know, there's other stuff too that has to go into it, but that's just the biggest thing for me, is that I don't have what I had, and not having, you know, the access to what I had, not having all that is, along with being discouraging, just makes it way less worth it for me to just outright quit what I'm doing and go play standard. So I am sorry to whom this may concern. I will not be joining you in standard, at least yet. It will happen in a time, and when it does happen, I'll be glad to say hello and hang out and all this other stuff. That'll happen. Great. But until that point, I wish you the best of luck in your standard adventures, and I hope you have all the loot in the world drop for you. Because that's the one thing I did miss, is the fact that in standard I was able to get as much loot as I am right now in League, and that was just absolutely a blast. Unfortunately, that's not the case anymore. So all the sulking and, you know, sadness aside, let's go ahead and go into a little bit about what else I have going on in plan. Well, I am going to be doing a lot more hanging out with other people on Twitch and YouTube, and I'm going to be doing collabs, and I will be glad if anyone wants to join me in those. When I decide to stream them, I'll post something probably in this video specifically, saying, hey, I'm streaming X game with a Finn, dual commentating on his stuff. Please join me, so on and so forth. So if you want to see me stream, please join me for that, if that is something of your interest. Currently, we are playing a, what do you call it? I think it's Super Mario Sunshine, since neither of us have played it in a while. I think he has, but I certainly haven't, and it's all brand new to me because it's been so many years since I've played it, and I'm just enjoying commentating on it. I do hope that that's something you guys will be interested in, is just coming and visiting me there. That is definitely something that I'm going to be trying to do a little more of, is doing dual commentaries and, you know, hanging out with other people, and trying to, you know, expand my horizons, so to speak, of who and what I'm hanging out with, who I'm hanging out with and what I'm doing with them, so on and so forth. So if that's something you guys are interested in, please join me for it, because I will be glad to, you know, just talk and give you guys some content and have a good old happy go time. Other than that, yeah, that is what I have planned. There are other games I do plan to be playing and streaming, so if you guys want to join me in those games as well, I will be posting when I'm going to be doing those games and what games those will be. So if that is something of interest as well, please let me know, or I'll just you know, put a link basically in my profile saying, hey, this is my Twitch, please drop in if you want, and the stream will be starting on XYZ time. I also do play League of Legends. I frequently stream it, but I don't really get a lot. I also don't have a dual monitor on my PC, so that's been a little bit of a problem for me. I can't respond to a lot of the people I'm hanging out with till either after the game or in the middle of a game. Once I get my setup more fleshed out, such as a monitor and, you know, maybe whatever software I need to do some editing for videos, stuff like that, I will be doing that. As of now, this is the easy, strictly speaking, this is the easy road out, is for me to just say, hey, I'm doing this, come and hang out with me, so on and so forth, and or, record on YouTube specifically because, or record on, PlayStation specifically because on PlayStation it just can be uploaded straight to YouTube. Now, otherwise, yeah, that's about it for me. I do apologize again. You had to hear me bitch a little bit about, you know, my situation. I don't intend for anyone to, you know, take this as a woe is me story. I know what happened and I am at fault, so I am taking full responsibility. But my reasons for doing what I'm doing now instead of going in standard or whatever are as I've stated just now. So, yep. Let's see. Oh, cool. We can just run this one for free now. Other than that, I do hope I catch you in my future streams. I do hope you guys enjoy the YouTube content, and as always, take it easy and have a good one.